Good morning, everyone. Welcome to St. Clair County and our host city, East St. Louis. We are here to recognize bi-state development and Metro Transit's great accomplishments. I am Dr. Deborah Moore, Chair of the Bi-State Development Board of Commissioners, along with my fellow commissioners, Dr. Andrea Jackson-Jennings, Herbert Simmons, Sam Gladney, Terry Beach, Derek Kotz, Irma Galladay, Nate Jones, Patrick Brown, bi-state leaders, and regional leaders. We are all here to celebrate these two milestones. The completion of Metro's secure platform plan and the rollout of our next generation fare system is great. But it is with great regret that I must acknowledge two people who could not be here: St. Clair County Board Chairman Mark Kern and Safety Committee Chair Herb Simmons. Bi-State is the mass transit leader in our region, but we do so much more, including operating St. Louis Downtown Airport, supporting the Gateway Arch and riverfront activities, and work to advance freight economic development throughout the region. No matter the area of discussion, Bi-State's mission is ultimately people. It's all about people. Our regional star, Jackie Joyner-Kersey's quote, captures this aspect of Bi-State. MetroLink is a lifeline for people in our community. Young people, families use light rail every day to reach work, school, and other destinations throughout our region. This investment helps people to get where they need to go safely and efficiently. The new security gates and fare technology we're celebrating today are the result of years of planning that began with a vision for a safer, more convenient bi-state. Chairman Kern was part of that vision and has worked through board appointments, resource allocation, in conjunction with our transit district, sheriff's department, fellow regional partners, to bring this vision to fulfillment. It is now my pleasure to introduce the man who has labored greatly, beyond our knowledge, who is sought after by regional as well as national transit leaders throughout this country. And his name is Talby Roach, our president and CEO of Bi-State Development. Please welcome him.
Deborah, I was definitely wondering who you were talking about. It's definitely not me. No, but my gosh, what an incredible day. So I have one concept I want you all to think about as we're thinking and looking at these beautiful trains and buses moving behind us. And most importantly, we have gates, right? Here they are right over my shoulder. Aren't they not incredible? And what are gates? Gates represent trust. So think of this in the 1980s and 90s when we're developing a system like this, a public system. No matter what, when you're challenged, when you're leaders of the public, you're asked, what does the public want to see as they develop their St. Louis of the future? And we had that at the time. Self-taxing initiatives in St. Louis County, the city of St. Louis, and in St. Clair. So from O'Fallon, Illinois to O'Fallon, Missouri, the region decided to make this investment. But in that trust relationship, we need to listen to what is the public asking us to do. And remember, Kathy, you heard it all the time, right? What did we need? It was turnstiles. It was security. It was all of those things. Yes, we made the investment, but how can we make the investment better in our community? How can we make people really make the difference? And look, ladies and gentlemen, that's why we're here today. We are restoring that trust in this system as we build it and we understand how to revitalize our communities. How do we change things in St. Louis, but across the country? And let's think of that. Seattle, Dallas, Charlotte, Minneapolis, and Toronto. All of those regions have been here lately to look at one thing. No, it's not our ball club or our football ball club. Nope, none of that. It's to look at this system. We are the very first system in the United States to move from an open concept to a closed concept system, to inject safety and security in every single thing that we do. And in order to do that, I need the people and the partnerships who really want to look at how do we become that next level. Part of that, of course, is the Real-Time Camera Center, and we have our law enforcement partners all around us today. And think of this, our Real-Time Camera Center is solving crime that is not even on our system, that are assets that you will see. You will see folks, detectives in our Real-Time Camera Center investigating, finding missing people, working through those. And the point is, this is how we make our whole community safe. I like to say that transit is a neighborhood, albeit a moving neighborhood, but it is a neighborhood that is connected to the future of St. Louis. And of course, the people and partners that make these things possible are people like Kevin Scott, Tom Curran, of course, where's my money person, Tammy Paris, right? Those are the people who have been working for months and months at working these things together. And I'm also challenged by these people. Remember, my board chair, Deborah Moore. Deborah's not always easy on me, right? She's right over my shoulder, so I better say nice things, right? But of course, I have Deborah Moore, Sam Gladney, Irma Galladay, Derek Cox, Terry Beach is here. I have Herb Simmons. Herb Simmons not only made this structure happen, but he's one of the very first people behind Secure Platform Plan. I have Andrea Jackson Jennings from St. Louis County, Nate Johnson, Patrick Brown. These are people who pushed us, who pushed me towards thinking of St. Louis and transit differently. But of course, those partners are beyond those public sector partners. I have someone representing the private sector partners who challenged me when I first came in 2018 to this system. The question was, how do you make Metrolink safer? How do you come up to an idea like this with gates and so on? And I was challenged by the private sector. How do you make that happen? I came up with a plan. And how do you get an equity investor? Well, Kathy, you ask, right? And when you ask, and Kathy Osborne is representing that private sector community that has invested in this public project over $10 million, Your Honor, thank you for being here. An incredible investment of partnership. We just had the American Public Transportation Association here in St. Louis looking at this project. First time they've been here, by the way, since 1994. One of my favorite decades, by the way. It was great. The 90s was terrific. But they were here because of this project and because of these partnerships. Kathy, what I got asked about all the time, how do you get those kind of private investors? I told them the simple answer to that question. The private sector loves and stands with their community. That's what you're here to represent today. I was honored to get those phone calls. I got a lot of them, didn't I, Kathy? Yes, because the private sector moves quickly. They don't move as quickly as we do in, for instance, FTA land or in our land. It takes a while to change 38 stations. And that's one of the things that we're trying to do. Rebuild trust. Rebuild trust so that then we can go and build our community. Deborah, I'm going to mess this up a little bit. I'm going to get a little bit off track, but we have our friends from FTA. Connor, I'm going to ask you to say something very briefly, go a little bit off script. Connor?
Well, thank you for having me, and congratulations on a really incredible project that you guys have completed. As mentioned, this has become, in my opinion, a national model for what systems across the country should adopt. At the Federal Transit Administration, under the leadership of President Trump and Secretary Duffy, we've been touting the importance of safety as our top priority since day one. Safety, as you all know, drives ridership. If people don't feel safe on a system, they're not going to get on it, and that's going to hurt the system's overall efficiency and overall greatness, if you will. What we see behind us here will drive up ridership because people feel more safe. That will make the system better in so many ways. Not only that, but it's cracking down on fare evasion. Fare evasion leads to crime on systems, and it also hurts the revenue of a system. If you look at MTA in New York, for example, they lose over $1 billion per year in lost revenues because of fare evasion. And when I look at this system, I don't think anyone's getting through this. So it's very impressive, and I'm really impressed to see it. And the other thing, as mentioned, is the public-private partnership that helped make this possible. And I think it really just speaks to the testament of how much businesses understand that this will benefit the community. Ultimately, getting people from point A to point B safely, right? Whether they want to go to the doctor's office, school, or a local business to spend some money, it's really impressive. So I'll keep this short, but ultimately at Federal Transit, we're incredibly grateful to see this type of project and hope more cities across the country do it. So thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Sorry, Chair, kind of off script a little bit, but I have a lot of good people to talk. Thank you so much for coming. And with that, I want to give you the leader of this specific project manager. Kevin had decades of law enforcement experience, but what was really important about Next Level was challenging yourself, trying new things. Kevin, you've done an incredible job, and I would appreciate if you'd come up and talk a little bit about the team.
I might take a couple of more minutes past my allotted 3 minutes, if you guys don't mind. There's a lot of people that I'd like to recognize, but a couple of points I'd like to make before we do that is, what is SPP, the Secured Platform Plan? So the Secured Platform Plan is a security-driven upgrade. What made it such an arduous task here in St. Louis is that in order to accomplish this, we also, and rightfully so, had to upgrade our entire fare collection structure. All the hardware, the fare media, that was led by my colleague, Tom Kern. Tom, can you stand up, please? Tom Kern handled all of the fare collection issues. So that's how we really differ. One of the things that we talked early on in this project about is with the dedication of public and private funds, with the articulation that we wanted to make a true security impact on MetroLink, and not only MetroLink, but Metro Transit, and I'll talk about that in just a minute, we really had one chance to do this right. And the discussion was not allowing those preliminary discussions to acquiesce from the overall security priority, which would have been convenient to do when you're talking about the types of gates and the fencing. The bottom line is, if we had chosen different systems, in my opinion, other than the Orion system that is behind us, we would be facing far more challenges down the road as we move into the operational components of the broader SPP program. So we wanted to make sure that that did not happen. The gates, the type of fencing, but when you talk about the biggest compliment to the upgrade, and I just want to make this point, and if you walk away with anything today, please remember this, that in conjunction with the hardscape changes that you see behind us, we went from around 800 basically old analog cameras to over 2,000 digital Bosch cameras, all tied into a real-time camera center. So we went from 800 to 2,000 just on properties and transit centers, and another 5,000 on buses and trains. So we now have the ability to live stream in from our real-time camera center and see in real time what's going on our buses and trains. I use the term force multiplication. That's kind of a policey thing. They get it, maybe you don't. But when we talk about our overall security apparatus, you can only have so many men and women out here in uniform. What are you doing to complement their efforts? What are those force multipliers? And if you make a list of the force multipliers, whatever those would be, lighting, crime prevention through environmental design, hardscape changes, closed-circuit television is always going to be at the top of the list. And that is really the biggest bang for our dollar so far in what we're seeing with our security imprint and how we've been able to put a dent in overall incidents. As we sit here this morning, do you know what the overall rates of incidents on Metrolink is today? It's only 9 in 100,000 boardings. That is far less than 1%. So as much as, and as Talby relayed, as much as we're trying to attack a true security dynamic, a sustainability with a true safe environment, we're also fighting the perception issue and getting people to understand that this is a safe alternative. We want to grow discretionary ridership. What ultimately makes the system safer is a sustained higher census on our system. And that's really what we want to accomplish. If we would have done anything less, I really don't think that we would have hit that benchmark. And so as we sit here this morning, I'm very happy with the way everything turned out. But what I want everyone to know is, relative to our camera system, is that we have all aspects of our properties and our trains covered. And if you are going to use Metro Transit as an environment to create peril in someone's life and or a mode of transportation to create peril in someone's life, you have my assurance that we will exhaust all options in support of law enforcement to make sure that you're captured. We are no longer going to tolerate the antics on this system that have played us prior to the SPP and the implementation of the closed circuit television system. There are a lot of people here, and there's a lot of people within the company and contractors that touch this product. So I just want to give a highlight to those individuals. First and foremost, if you think about the person that was on the ground from an operational standpoint every single day, keeping us all in line, making sure that the contractors were aligned with the project, that the invoices got paid, that the systematic rollout of construction was staunchly coordinated between our contractors, our designers, and Metro. That is Ms. Kelly Haydeniak. Can you raise your hand? As much as I stand up here and can represent the total project itself, there's no doubt, there should be no question that she actually ran the day-to-day of this project and made this happen. So congratulations on a job well done. In addition to that, if you are here and you are part of the Metro Bi-State team, many of your names appear on this banner. Hopefully we didn't leave anybody off. If we did, you can blame Kelly. But we want to thank you, from our security teams to our operational, to our IT, to our operational support teams, to our maintenance teams, to all of the pieces of Metro Transit that had to work and fit together in order to make a project at relatively 38, 39 different locations come to fruition. Talby and I had a discussion early on in this project, and I think we both agreed that the SPP endeavor would test the very fabric of our company and how it's aligned. All of the support components throughout our organizational structure had to come to the plate in order for us to be effective. And I think at the end of the day, we got that done, and we should be very proud of what we've seen from the total structure of our organization. So thank you very much to the Bi-State and Metro team. HNTB, if you're here from I see Bill Madsen in the back. Bill, all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Bill Madsen and the teams. Dallas is represented from HNTB. I know we had a footprint from St. Louis office as well. But when we started this project, HNTB was procured as the design engineering firm. And it was an easy procurement because they're the only ones that applied. But you know what? They did a phenomenal job. They worked with us every step of the way. The design process relative to what was already established here as an open concept system was very unique, and it took a lot of creativity. But we worked with them in lockstep. They listened to us. They understood the security-driven priority of the overall project. And at the end of the day, we continue to work with them on things, punch list items and things like that, and we'll work through that. But at the end of the day, they provided the design of, I think, an exceptional project that is a model for everyone else. Millstone Weber Millstone Weber was the first construction company that was procured. They developed the first 4 platforms in Illinois, or constructed the first 4 platforms in Illinois, and 7 in Missouri in phase 1, and then finalized the project with constructing the remainder of the locations in Illinois. Cosney Wagner, want to stand up? Wave at everybody. They were procured and worked in conjunction with our team to construct the remaining platforms in Missouri. So 2 different contractors, 1 designer, 2 different contractors. Allied Universal, Billy Reynolds, the whole Allied security team. I just want to tell this story and then I'll stop. When your boss is standing behind you, that means you got to stop. We had to move a lot of our resources around in order to open up the initial platforms, and so we were able to do that through the creativity of our security teams, and we want to thank them very much. So at the end of the day, all of the people that touched this project, from Orion, the gating manufacturer, to the security teams, to the construction companies, to the design engineering firm, thank you very much.
Okay, Kevin. Now, we will hear from other partners in this process who have been instrumental in making it happen. Our representative, Nikki Budzinski, is a bi-state fighter. She has been faithful to the initiatives that impact our region, and we appreciate greatly the tireless work and advocacy of federal investment in MetroLink and public transportation throughout the metro area. Please welcome Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I want to start out by just saying a huge congratulations to the Bi-State Development Team for this fantastic project. I'm honored to be here with you. I'm honored to be with both the private sector partners and the public sector partners, including Mayor Spencer from St. Louis. Today I think is really testament as one of those government partners that government can work for its people and it can really deliver real results. We all know, and we've heard today, safety is essential, especially for the people riding and relying on public transportation every single day. Whether you're heading to work, you're visiting a family, running errands, or simply enjoying a day out, everyone deserves to feel safe when they are taking advantage of public transit. No one should have to be afraid to use public transportation, and as we see costs are rising, gasoline prices are going up, public transit can be one of the most affordable ways for people to get where they need to go. And that's why investments like today truly matter. With these improvements, riders will have added security gates, fencing, and surveillance cameras at all 38 existing MetroLink stations, creating centralized and monitored entrances throughout the system. That's a major step forward for safety. But safety is only one component of a strong public transportation system. Convenience matters as well. If we want people to choose public transit, they need to know that it's not only safe, it's reliable, it's accessible, and it's easy to use. That's what makes Metro's next generation fare system so important. The new system will integrate ticket vending machines and fare validators directly with these new security gates, allowing riders with valid fares to independently enter MetroLink platforms. It's a simple improvement that one will make a real difference in the daily experiences of riders. When we invest in public transportation, we're investing in the people who rely on it. We're building a system, again, that is safer, more convenient, and better equipped to serve all of our communities. And that's what progress really looks like. And that's what government should be doing, delivering results that make people's everyday lives better. I'm excited to stand here with each of these partners behind me today and to be a bi-state champion, proud to do that every single day. And so I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be here on this special day to share in that celebration of the completion of this project. So thank you all for having me. Thank you.
Thank you, Congresswoman Budzinski. And its partnership is so important. And I see among us our leaders from our St. Clair County Transit District, Mr. Lonnie Mosley, who's also our assistant chair of the board. And I think George Markovich is here as well. George, who is a long-term member and a strong advocate for this project and a tremendous funder of this project. So we thank both of you and the Transit District. And of course, Representative Budzinski, when we call on you, you are there, and we thank you very much. I'd like to now introduce Mayor Kara Spencer. If you know Kara Spencer, you know she's a hard one. She's about the hardest working mayor I have seen. I've seen her in hard hats, with shovels, on bikes, riding. She's doing whatever it takes to get things done for her community and for her region. She understands the important role of a reliable public transportation system and how it not only impacts the city, but it greatly impacts the region and advances the agenda she has put forward to move forward into a better St. Louis. So let us welcome Mayor Kara Spencer.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for the warm welcome and the kind words. I just want to really thank Metro and Bi-State for bringing us here together and for this important milestone. Today represents, of course, a significant step forward for our entire region and for the city of St. Louis. A strong transit system, of course, is one that connects us all and makes for a stronger region. Metrolink connects the greater St. Louis community to the jobs throughout our region. It connects us to education, healthcare, entertainment, opportunities across St. Louis. When people feel safe, they feel confident in using this system. And that's why these investments today matter. The Secure Platform Plan and the Next Generation Fare Collection Project should make Metrolink safer. It should build confidence in our system, and it should make it easier to navigate. And Kevin was absolutely right about the camera investment. The Real-Time Crime Center at Bi-State is absolutely phenomenal. It's impressive and it's effective. These initiatives will not only benefit our residents, but they benefit our tourists, our business leaders, our employees, and our employers who rely on public transit to get their employees to and from work every single day. So I just, as the mayor of the city of St. Louis, it's exciting to hear the noise of a Metrolink every time I hear it. Again today, that's right. It's one of the most exciting sounds I hear around St. Louis. It reminds us all that we have a safe, reliable transit system connecting us, our region, together. And so, Talby, congratulations to the Bi-State team here, to the contractors, all the elected officials. Congressman Budzinski truly is a Bi-State partner here. We're lucky to have you, and we're grateful to have you crossing the river regularly to connect with the region. And this is an upgrade that benefits us all. Thank you so much, and we're grateful for the investment across the board in our public transit system.
Thank you so much, Mayor Spencer. We also have with us, and it's a real pleasure, St. Louis County Executive Dr. Sam Page. His presence in Illinois speaks volumes concerning regional collaboration and how critical it has been and continues to be for this project. Please welcome Dr. Sam Page.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here with our Illinois partners, Congresswoman Budzinski. We know how much you're a champion for the region, and of course we work all the time with Chairman Kern and really appreciate his leadership for the region as well. But it's really great to be here, gathering, of course, celebrating what is a terrific milestone for Bi-State and Metro. The Secure Platform Plan that we've been talking about for a couple of years now here at Emerson Park is a meaningful step forward. And as someone with a medical background, I would like to compare this to preventative medicine. This is an intervention that strengthens the health of our entire bi-state system. And for St. Louis County, our commitment to public transportation is well known. We've always been centered on people. That means students headed to school or class, workers headed to work, and even families headed to a Cardinals baseball game. These enhancements help build confidence in the system, as Talby said earlier, confidence in the system, but also make sure that our residents in St. Louis County and our region have access to opportunity just like everyone else. I want to acknowledge our partners for their leadership, our civic leaders, the Regional Business Council, Citizens for Modern Transit. We'll hear from their perspective here in a minute. But all of our partners, too many to name. But when so many organizations like this join forces, it's a testament to our commitment to the region. It's a testament to public transportation, and it really shows what we can accomplish when we're all working together and pulling in the same direction. So I want to say congratulations to everyone who helped make this celebration today. I want to thank Bi-State for putting this together and recognize again that you all will be talking to your kids and grandkids. You remember when Bi-State became a closed and secured system. This will be a meaningful transition, confidence in our community, and a cause worth celebrating. Thanks for letting me join you here today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Page. And now we're here, the voice of the citizens. Kimberly Sella is Executive Director of Citizens for Modern Transit. She has been a long-time advocate for public transportation and is a strong, strong voice for our riders. Let's welcome warmly Kim.
Good morning, everyone. Citizens for Modern Transit is the region's transit advocacy organization. We work to champion, challenge, and advocate on its behalf of our 22,000 constituents, and that represents many of you here today: riders, employers, academic, healthcare, labor, and community organizations. Transit safety and security has been a top priority for the region for more than 11 years. I'm sure Kathy can attest to that. And today, we are happy to see the next step in that progress. We have been working on this as an organization for more than 10 years. And don't worry, I know I only have 2 minutes, so I'm only going to talk about 1 or 2 things. This includes the creation of a joint law enforcement task force. Many of those members are here today: St. Louis County Police, City of St. Louis Police Department, and the Sheriff's Department. Thank you for your work over the last 10 years. Also, this state-of-the-art public safety building right here at this station, where amazing work is happening on a daily basis. And many components of Bi-State's safety and security plan, including the real-time camera center that Kevin touched on, as well as the reason we are here today. We commend Metro Transit and its partners for all its efforts to date to create a safe, secure system for all riders. We will continue working alongside these partners and the riders to ensure these new safety and security enhancements support a positive, accessible rider experience. We know the safety of every rider matters on the system. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much, Kim. And our final speaker, who's been referenced a lot today, is a friend of mine. We go way back to my years at University of Missouri, St. Louis, when she was there as vice chancellor, leading things, making things happen. And one thing I know about Kathy is if you give her a task, it will get done. She will not, I repeat, she will not take no for an answer, no matter the call. So, Mayor, she's right there for you. Kathy is great. She's the past president and CEO of the Regional Business Council. Again, we know her as a fighter. And we thank you, Kathy, for all you've done to bring this project forward with resources and support that we would not have otherwise been able to acquire.
So good to see you. So good to see you. Well, good morning. For me, it's a thrilling morning. When Talby called and we had a serious conversation about safety on the trains, you have to go back like 5 years and remember that there was a number of publicized, really tragedy on our trains. And what happens is when people think something's not safe, they tend, where they can, to sort of walk away, think of alternatives. And as the mayor has mentioned, the county executive, transportation is so important to economic development. If you can't get your people to where they need to be for their jobs, then you can't grow in this region. So Talby and I had a conversation. The private sector was concerned about some issues around public transportation, particularly the safety, but also issues around the convenience. And how do you get a card? How do you get on it? What do you need to have? All those things were playing out as people were standing in line to get on the trains. So I, again, want to thank Talby. He really has been a master. And I'm looking at people who know me fairly well, and I had a lot of questions. Private sector money only follows things that are well-run, that have a good sense of what it would look like when it's done. So today, the idea that there are 38 stations looking slightly different than this, but this is what they have now. And I'm very excited that they were able to pull it off. When he called me yesterday, I was just, or last week, I was just tremendously excited. I thought they did it. They got them all done. So it's especially meaningful to see what we can do when we build trust and work together. And I think these bi-state projects are significant for that reason. And I see Tim Brinker here, and I know how he thinks bi-state. So again, thank you to the team at bi-state, at Metro, and particularly I'd like to thank the donors who stepped up and took a risk and said, okay, let's provide private funding for this project. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kathy. I'd now like to get to the good part, the ribbon cutting. And I'd like to invite today's speakers to join me at the security gate. I don't see, I think the ribbon's going up momentarily.
We gotta cut a ribbon.
We gotta cut a ribbon. And members of the media will have an opportunity to communicate after. There are refreshments, as you probably all know here, but join us as we cut the ribbon.